Hello, my name is Valerie, and today we'll be doing a level 2 chair yoga class. So level 2 basically means that we're not just going to be on the chair, but we'll also be off the chair and using the chair to help us balance. Now, if you're at home and you're getting a little nervous, don't worry, we can always modify and take the poses on the chair so you don't have to worry at all. For now, let's just start. Come seated on the chair. Just start to wiggle your hips up so that your feet are flat on the ground, and make sure that your knees are resting over top of your ankles so we're all in one line here. Really start to lift the chest up and slowly soften the shoulders away from the ears. Just let the chin and the gaze be forward. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Start to close your eyes, close your mouth, and just breathe naturally through the nose. If you need to breathe through the mouth, feel free to do so. Just allowing your mind to become a little bit more quiet of our busy day, and allowing the breath to become a little slower, a little more even, inviting a little bit more balance and a little bit more energy into the body. On your next breath in, start to open your eyes gently, just allowing them to adjust to the light. Perfect. So today I've designed a class for us to do, to improve, I should say, a little bit of our coordination and also our balance. So like I said, we're going to be coming off the chair just a little bit. So if you're not already there, wiggle up a little bit further on the edge of the chair and root down through your feet. So what that means is we're going to lift up the toes and press the four corners of our feet down. Perfect. So keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Rest the hands on the thighs. And slowly, one at a time, we're just going to lift our right foot up and lower it. Lift our left foot up and lower it. So just moving slowly and breathing as you move your feet. Kind of like you're tapping your toes, but we're going to move nice and slow. Alternating from left to right and back. Do 2 more on each side. And when you're done, just come back to rest both feet back on the floor. Perfect. Let's now press into the top 2 corners of our feet, lifting up your heels. So the right heel lifts and lowers. And then begin to lift the left heel and lower it. So keep alternating feet. Right, left, right, left. And take your time. Make sure that breath is still steady and even. If you need to take breaks at all throughout our entire practice, just feel free to rest. You can always pause the video and come back to it. Perfect. When you're done, we're going to slowly wiggle just a little bit more back on the chair. Make sure both feet are flat on the earth. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab back on to the backs of the chair, so with both hands, and just really start to grab the bottom. Roll the shoulders back and just send the chest forward. See if you can lift your chin up a little bit up towards the sky. Maybe your gaze and your eyes come up towards the sky. Or maybe they soften. You can close your eyes here. Allow your shoulders to relax and feel the expansion through the chest. When you're ready, slowly start to bring the lower rib cage back into the body and release your hands. Take a breath here. We're going to do that 2 more times. So when you're ready, reach your hands back to the edge of the chair, roll the shoulders back, send the chest forward, lift the gaze, lift the chin, and maybe this time you come a little bit deeper. Keep rolling the shoulders away, keep pressing the chest forward. And draw the ribs in. Bring the hands back to the thighs. Take a breath here, take a moment. If you need to rest, rest. And if you like, you can come back one more time, grabbing onto the outer edges of the chair, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest forward, lifting the chin up towards the sky. Keep relaxing those shoulders away from the ears. Feel the spine lengthen out. So it's not about how flexible you can become, it's just about that chest expansion and opening up through the area. On your next inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your hands back onto your thighs. Perfect. I'm just going to move the chair here so that you can see the side angle. We're going to do a bit of a twist. So stay seated in your chair. And what you're going to do is take your right hand to the side of the chair, just the back of it, and take your left hand on top of your right leg. So you can lower your hand down to the edge, or you can take your hand and place it on top of the chair. Relax the shoulder away from the ear and feel that nice openness through the shoulder. You can press into your right thigh if you like and allow yourself to twist a little bit deeper. Keep your chin in line with your heart, and when you can't twist anymore through the midline, then begin to turn the gaze back behind you. Keep sitting up nice and tall and keep softening that right shoulder away from the ear. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, come all the way back to center. Place both hands on the thighs and then roll the shoulders back. Let's do the other side. So again, you can take your left hand this time, place the left hand either on top of the chair or just reach behind it. Take the right hand to the outside of the left leg, twisting through that torso area. So notice how the torso is twisting, but my neck stays in line. The chin is in line with the chest. When I can't twist anymore through this area, slowly and gently just gaze back behind your shoulder. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, come all the way back to center. Perfect. Just going to move my chair back. It's also really helpful to have a mat near you if you have a mat handy, or any surface of the floor that allows you to grip onto the ground. If you're wearing socks and shoes, you might want to take them off to be a little bit more comfortable when we come to our standing poses especially. So from here, let's get actually off our chair and come onto our mat. Just place one hand on the side of the chair, or maybe both hands if you want to come behind the chair. It's up to you. And we're going to start to press onto the toes. So this is where our balancing comes in. You can take your hand to your hip if you want to challenge yourself with just one hand on the chair, or you can take both hands and stand behind the chair. If you need to as well, you can always sit on the chair for this practice. What we're doing is we're coming onto the toes. So similarly to from how we did in the beginning of class, we're bouncing on our toes and slowly lower the heels. If you want to just work one leg at a time, that's fine, but we want to work on our balance here. So press down through the top two corners of the feet, and then press into the balls of the foot, lift up the heels. For 3, come down. 2 more. 2, lift up the heels, come down, and 1, come all the way back up, and down. Perfect. You can stand here, maybe just shake out the legs if you like, if that feels comfortable for you. And now let's do some knee lifts. So for this one, we'll keep both hands on the chair. So just come to stand behind the chair. And we're going to slowly lift up the right knee. See if you can get it in line with the back of the chair. And then lower the right knee down. Then bring the left knee up and lower the left knee down. For this exercise, we want to make sure our foot is flexed. So see if you can bring your toes so that they shoot up towards the sky. Lower down. Keep the chest lifted and the shoulders back, and just keep your gaze in front of you. Lifting up the left leg, slowly lower down. The right leg, lower down, and only lift your knee as far as your body allows you to, even if it's only a couple inches off the ground. We'll do one more on each side. Perfect. So from here, just shake it all out again. Continuing with our balance poses, we're going to take tree pose. So come either stand beside your chair or behind it, and we're going to take our right foot. So if you're standing with the chair to the left of you, take your right foot and place it into a kickstand position, or maybe you can take your foot to the inside of your calf, or maybe if you have the flexibility today, you can take the foot to the inside of your thigh. Today I'm going to take my foot to my calf. Keep your hands on your hips here. If you're feeling very stable today and strong, you can always take your hands to your heart center. So just bring them into prayer and balance in your tree. But don't worry, you can take both hands on the chair if you like, or just one and keep one hand on your hip. We're gonna hold this pose for 3 breaths. So take your time. If you need to come into kickstand, you can do that. Respect your body and respect your body's limits today. So keep breathing. One more deep breath in and out. Lower your foot back to the ground, shake it all out. Let's do the other side. So come bring the chair so that you're standing to the right of to the left of the chair. Your right side is on the chair. Grabbing onto the chair, taking your left foot this time into kickstand, onto your calf, or maybe in towards your thigh. To help you balance here, you can also bring your gaze to something in front of you that isn't moving. In yoga, we call our gaze our dristi, that focal point where we want to concentrate on. So place your hand on your hip, on the chair, or maybe bring your hands into prayer at heart center and focus your dristi on something that's not moving in front of you. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And 1 more. Perfect. Relax your hands, relax your foot, shake out your legs a little bit, sway your hips from side to side. Let's bring both hands to the chair, and we're just going to slowly start to walk our feet back. So we slowly start to bend the chest a little bit. If you have any heart problems, you don't want to lower your chest down too long. If you want to come a little bit deeper, you can always walk your feet back just a little bit more. Keep the head lifted, so you want to gaze past your chair and have a nice strong grip on your chair. On your inhale, you're going to reach that right leg back behind you and see if you can flex the toes so that the toes are facing the earth. Can you lift your leg up a little bit higher? Maybe your foot only comes off the ground a little bit, and that's okay. Take as much time as you need. See if you can draw the lower ribs in towards the body. 2 more breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. 1 more deep breath in and out. Lower the foot, walk back up towards the chair. Just stand up nice and tall, take a breath here, and then walk back so that we're slowly starting to hinge. If you want to come a little bit deeper, you can always try this. If you need to walk your feet up, feel free at any time to modify. As you inhale, lift the left leg up this time. Last time for Warrior 3 pose. 2 more deep breaths. Keep flexing the toes towards the earth. 2 and 1. Relax the foot back down. Walk the feet up. Perfect. So from here, staying on the side of the chair, we're just going to bend our left leg and grab onto the inside edge of the left foot. So one hand is on the chair. See if you can draw the knees towards one another. So a lot of the times the knee comes out, or maybe the knee comes back. We're going to keep it in line here. If you need to, you can always tie a strap around your foot or even a towel if you're at home to do this pose. If you're having trouble with a strap or a towel, just bring your shoulder back and lift your foot up towards your hand. You don't actually have to reach it. It's going to make you strong and have balance anyways. So take 1 more breath here. And now this time, see if you can kick your foot up a little bit higher. So we're going to draw that knee back just a little bit. Your chest can lean forward just a little bit too. And kick your leg up as high as you can. Don't worry, the chair is here to help you balance. Slowly come back up and release your foot. Shake it all out. Shake your hands, shake your legs, shake your hips. Bring your hands back onto the chair, and this time we're going to use our left foot to stabilize into the ground. So lift up the 5 toes, plant them down one at a time, and now slowly lift the right foot up. Grab onto the inside arch of your right foot. Keep your knees together. Standing up nice and tall and just breathing here, feeling that stretch through the top of the thigh. Remember, the point of this pose is to feel the stretch in the thigh, but also to feel that openness of the shoulder. So keep rounding that right shoulder back and have a steady grip with your left hand on the chair. When you're ready, just start to kick through the heel. If that feels good, lifting up the foot, lifting up the knee just a little bit more, and maybe leaning the chest forward. One more breath, and slowly relax that leg down to the ground. Shake, 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 shake. Let's come to sit back on our chair. So remember, when we sit on our chair for chair yoga, we don't want to lean back on the backrest unless you absolutely have to. We want to sit in our mountain position, which is our basic sitting position in yoga. So it's where we can activate our core muscles, our torso muscles, and that's going to help us with everything that we do in our daily lives, including walking and sitting anywhere else. So scoot up towards the front of the chair and make sure both feet are planted on the ground. Sitting up nice and tall. Release your shoulders down by your sides. So from here, we're going to do a camel pose. So it's kind of like the chest opener that we did at the beginning of the class. So what you want to do, stay seated on your chair. I'm just going to move so you can see where my hands are. Place your hands on your back. Then begin to roll the shoulders back and just lift the chin up slightly. Send that chest forward as you open up. See if you can round the back just a little bit. Come as deep as your body allows you. And if you're having trouble grabbing onto the back, you can always grab onto the sides of the chairs or the back of the chair and just repeat the first exercise we did today. So remember, roll the shoulders back, draw the elbows in towards one another. We don't want them to stick out to the sides. Lift the chest. You can close your eyes here if you like, or you can gaze up towards the sky. Let the heart be open, let the chest be open, and keep rounding the shoulders away from you. Just breathe here and take as many breaths as you like. If you need to come out of the pose, come out of the pose and just sit in your comfortable seated position. One more deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Come all the way back to that seated position and just start to shake the shoulders out slowly. So one side comes up, the other shoulder comes up. 3, for 2 more, and for 1 more. Perfect. We're going to come off the chair just for a couple more poses. So just come to stand beside the chair, maybe about 2 or 3 feet beside it. Take your right foot and step it in towards the chair. Keep your left foot so that it faces forward. Take your right hand onto the chair, either onto the seat and maybe onto the leg, or onto the seat and onto the top, whichever one's better for you. So here we're going to learn how to do our triangle pose. So if you're grabbing onto the top of the chair, take your left hand to your hip and you can keep the elbow on the chair if you like, or you can straighten your arm. If not, you can always take the right hand down towards the chair. Start to spiral your chest. So move your chest and start to just face the front of the room. Relax the shoulder down. Keep lifting up. You should feel the stretch through your side body here. You can keep your hand on your hip for now. Just keep rolling the shoulder open. If you like, you can gaze up towards the sky or just look down towards your hand. And remember, you can always bring that hand up if the stretch is too deep. So we want to keep our legs straight in this pose. Take 1 more breath and step up towards the chair. Come behind the chair now. If you're not already there, take both hands on the chair and then walk your feet back so that we come in an L-shaped position. And this is a modified downward facing dog. So it's the same stretch as you're getting through the shoulders, through the lower back. Really reach back with the hips. Again, if you have any heart problems, just lift the chest up a little bit higher, lift the gaze up. But if not, you can come into this L position. Let's take 1 more breath here, and then slowly start to walk back up. And this is just going to release our shoulders, stretch out our back, stretch out our hips. Let's do our triangle pose on the other side. So stepping so that the chair is to the left of you. We want to be about 2 or 3 feet away from our chair, and then just step our foot, our left foot this time, in towards the chair. If it comes under the chair, that's okay. Right toes are facing the top of the mat or the front of the room, and then lower your left hand down to the chair, your right hand down to the leg, or bring your left hand up towards the seat of, or the backrest of the chair, sorry. Take your right hand to your hip, and now slowly just start to turn the body. Bring the pelvis forward, keep the legs straight, bring the chest forward and turning it up as you gaze up towards the sky. Again, you can always take your hand down onto the chair if you want to feel a deeper stretch. Wherever you are, keep turning your chest towards the sky, and we want to soften that left shoulder. One more deep breath. And come all the way back up to standing. We'll do one more downward facing dog. So coming to the back of your chair, walking your feet back, gripping on with your hands. Slowly lower your chest. Let your head hang in between your arms. And reach the hips back. Slowly lift. Walking your feet back to your chair. And we're going to come to sit on our chair. So the rest of our poses will be seated today. Perfect. So let's just do a quick side body stretch here. Take your left hand to the chair and just grab onto the bottom of the chair. Remember, we're sitting nice and tall. We're not leaning back on our chair. We want to keep these muscles strong in our core and the muscles strong in our back as well. So with your right hand, you're going to reach your right hand up towards the sky. Reach through the fingertips, and then as you exhale, so breathing out, reaching over towards that left side, just a nice crescent stretch here. Inhale, come back to center. Take the right hand down, grabbing onto the right side of the chair. Inhale, reach the left fingertips, come up high. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, just gently bend over towards the right side, relaxing your shoulders. Inhale, come all the way back up. And roll the shoulders for 3, for 2, for 1. Perfect. So just take your hands onto your thighs now. We're just going to do what's called a lion breath. So this one's kind of silly, but it's a lot of fun, and it helps us detox through the body. So take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, when you breathe out, stick out your tongue and go like a lion. So 2 more times. Inhale, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Detoxing breath. Last one. Deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Perfect. Last pose of the day, and then we're going to take our resting Shavasana. Let's bring our hands out in front of us and just slowly start to circle the wrists. So if you like, you can keep your palms open, or you can close your hands and roll the wrists, whatever feels good. If you decide to make fists with your hands, just make light fists. You don't have to squeeze very hard. Going in one direction and going in the opposite direction. So change the circle. Change the direction of your circle. You can always do this one at a time, one wrist at a time. And just take your time moving your wrists. You might hear some cracks. It's just your muscles and your bones waking up. And the other way. Perfect. So now we're going to scoot back on a chair just a little bit. Allow your back to relax. Place your hands on your thighs. Close your eyes gently. And just start to rest here. You can tuck your chin towards your chest if that feels good. And just take a moment now to notice your breath, to notice how you're breathing, to notice your muscles and your body. And this is your moment, this is your time, this is your yoga practice. So do whatever it is you like in this moment. Think about whoever it is you like. Now take a moment to thank yourself for taking the time out of your day and giving the gift of a little bit more balance and a little bit more coordination to your body. Slowly start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips, and gently open your eyes, adjust them to the light. Thank you all for letting me guide your practice today. The bright and beautiful light that shines in me bows to the bright and beautiful light that shines in you. Namaste.